Good morning, everyone. So it's like the last talk before the lunch break. We will try to make it short, like 15 minutes. And today we are going to share with you how Secrettourhk Hong Kong inspired us to do something new at Hong Kong. This sharing is not about an introduction of Secrettourhk. It's about how Secrettourhk inspired us and inspired all of you to do something more. When I was traveling in Marseille in France, I met a gypsy teenager on the street. And then we said hi to each other. And then he asked, "Oh, are you Chinese?" I said, "Yes." And then he did something that I remember forever. Bruce Lee. Jackie Chan. I was so surprised. And then I asked myself one very question. Why did he do Jackie Chan? I don't like him. Why didn't he do Fiona Sid? She is like my favorite singer. Thank you. Why didn't he do Madao? Why didn't he do Donald Trump? From this example, we can see that whenever travelers talk about Hong Kong, they have a stereotype images in their minds. Look at how our tourism board portrays us in front of the world. We have the Big Buddha, we have the Peak, we have Victoria Harbour. Not to mention, we have Disneyland and Mickey Mouse. But the thing is, all these things show the prosperous and modern side of Hong Kong. But the thing is, this is just one side of Hong Kong. And we always think that Hong Kong should be three-dimensional. There are so many possibilities. And the essence of traveling is not to appreciate a hardware, it's not to appreciate a building, but it's to embrace a new culture. It's to get into the local community and meet the local people, not those you met in Lan Kwai Fong. So that's why we start a platform called Secrettourhk, and then we try to organize free tour for travelers to experience the hidden sides of Hong Kong. And we try to bring and make a difference in two dimensions. The first one is places. I want to ask you all, how many times have you been to the Big Buddha in your life? To be frank, I've only been there once in my 25 years of life. And by the way, I'm young. And the Big Buddha is huge, it's magnificent. It represents a Chinese culture, which is very respectable. But the thing is, I can't see how it's related to me, how it's related to our daily life. This is the thing. That's why when you plan to organize a tour in Wong Tai Sin, when you type Wong Tai Sin in Google, the Wong Tai Sin temple will just appear, right? But we chose not to go there because it's so popular already. Instead, we chose a hidden village just next to Wong Tai Sin, and it is called Chuk Yun Heng. It's very secret. It is at the back street, the entrance is at the back street of a Dai Pai Dong. And then, when I asked my friend who lived in Wong Tai Sin for over 10 years, she never heard about it. When I tried to use Google Map to locate it, it says, result not found. So we can see that this is really the secret side, and when you go inside, you can see there are restaurants, grocery stores, salons, or even some old shops that we won't use nowadays. This reflects the ordinary life of original Hong Kong people, how they lived in the past. And this is why we want to travel, and this is why we make Secrettourhk.
And the second thing we think is important is people. When we go on the traveling, we always think where to go. But it is indeed the people that make our journey different. If you go to a museum, it's very easy for you to forget what you see there, what art pieces you've seen there. But if there happens an incident with a stranger in the museum, it will make you remember for life. This is a picture I took when I was traveling in India. I was in India last September. I was in this palace, but I already forgot the name of it. But I will never forget these faces. I saw these kids, they were wearing school uniforms, visiting this palace, having a lot of fun. And then they saw me at the same time. And I think they've never seen any Chinese girl before. So they just rushed over me and then pushed me at the back, and then I was really scared. And then I took these pictures. But it is the people that make us remember our journey. and it is the people that make everything more impressive. However, we find out that in Hong Kong, it's quite difficult for travelers to meet local people. It is maybe because of the language problem, or maybe because Hong Kong people are shy. But I think it's not all about it, because many of my friends are very interested in meeting foreigners or knowing foreign culture, but they just in lack of a chance of doing so. That's what we want to do. We want to bridge up the travelers and the locals and enable more interactions with each other so that we can make the travel experience more memorable. Last Sunday, we had a tour about people as well. We brought our travelers to Central and visit a group of people. These people, they are invisible as well as visible. Do you know who are they? They usually go to Central on Sunday. Yes, the Filipino maids. We brought our participants to the place where the domestic helpers have lunch together. We share local foods of the Philippines, local drinks, and then we dance together outside the city hall, and then we share stories of our own. This group of people, they contribute so much for our society, but they are always being neglected and also being isolated. I think on that day, Stephen was really, really happy because he was so popular among the migrant workers.
I found my market, so it's good.
Yeah, he was so popular, and then the domestic helpers just want to get an autograph from him. And I myself, I'm very happy as well because not only I learned the salsa dance, and also I learned that people can be so close with each other. The wall between people can be broken so easily if our hearts are open. And this is the picture that I was dancing with a domestic worker.
She is popular too.
Yeah, I was okay popular. And then, yeah, and in Hong Kong, the voice from the minority is always being neglected. People always ignore it and don't bother to understand it. We hope to bring more different voices from people with different backgrounds. We want to show travelers that there is not only bankers and women in fancy dresses in LKF. Hong Kong is named as the Asian World City, but for us, it is the Asian world people that we should treasure most.
At the very beginning, we do all this kind of thing just because of fun. But after a while, we find that what Secrettourhk inspired us is more than that. It's more than expected. And the inspiration is not about the secret. The inspiration is not about tour or travel. No, not about travel. It's about Hong Kong. And we realized three things. The first thing is, Hong Kong is boring. We have been doing this kind of tour for 11 months, and actually we got coverage from most of the television channels, prints, and magazines. We didn't mean that we are special or successful, but this situation can reflect that the reporters in Hong Kong are in lack of interesting stories to cover. Every day, you read the newspaper, you read the same stuff. Who took some picture and who are in it, the bananas, the politics, the universal suffrage, the politicians, right? Every day the same. But, so there is nothing really interesting and new in terms of creativity in Hong Kong. I want to ask you another question. Who has watched this movie? Please raise your hand. Cool. Who is using iPhone? Okay, me. Okay. You can see even our entertainment and cultural aspect are very similar. But the thing is, there is a very solid definition of a good life in Hong Kong. Study well, get a good university, get a well-paid job, get married. That's it, you're done, and then you'll die. But the thing is, do we want to have a life like this? This is not the thing we want. Why do we hesitate to wear the same T-shirt with an ugly guy on the street like me? But why don't you feel weird to having the same pattern of life with 7 million people in Hong Kong. This is the thing you need to think about.
And the second thing that we realized is that there is a need for something different in Hong Kong. After we have announced our idea on Facebook, we have received so many positive response from our friends. Some of our friends are even more excited than us. Our friends are like 25 or 26 years old, like us, still very young, and they just entered the labor force for around a few years. And they started to feel bored about life. They go to work in the morning and go back home after work. They may sometimes go for a movie in the weekend or sometimes a drink at night. They feel bored, and then they appreciate a lot of what we have done because they actually wanted to do something different, but they are just too busy to do it or too lazy to do it. Apart from our friends, we have received so many emails from people, Hong Kong people, foreign people saying wanted to join our tour. And then there are a lot of local people who want to contribute in our tour. We are thankful for these people, and yet these people are thankful for us for giving them a chance to experience something different and to meet someone different. The last thing we realize is that it is the best timing to do something different from the mass right now. It is so easy to stand out from the crowd. It is so easy to be spotted when everything is so static and indifferent. It is so easy to make waves in a calm lake. So everyone, please, please don't miss this chance. But I know it's not easy to take the first step, but once you take that step, it will trigger so much more than you can expect. Just like me and Stephen, I still remember the night when we were brainstorming the idea. And we were feeling life is so bored and we were so frustrated about work. And then we just wanted to do something interesting and fun. And that's why we started this project without thinking too much. And you can see the result is overwhelming. And then we got so many coverage on the media.
Okay, and besides that, I always ask myself one question whenever I need to make a really important decision in life. Is it special enough for me to tell my grandson when I get old? Because I don't want to be an ordinary old man who contribute to the society in my own way, but have nothing special to share with my friend when I get old. That's why every time I really want to try something special. But to be frank, I still don't have enough courage to do many other stuff that I have think of. But still, we think that now is the best timing to take the first step and take the courage to do something different. And actually, to round up, we are here to present you our second creative project. And we haven't told anybody yet, and it's a top secret. But we want to tell you. It's called Happy Every Hour. Whenever you think about happy hour, it refers to a few hours after work, right? You feel relaxed and you feel chill to have a happy hour drink with your friends, right? But then we start to think, why happy hour just lasts for a few hours? Why can't happy hour last 24 hours on the clock? And that's why we start this Happy Every Hour.
And we have found a bar in Wan Chai called Dai Long Fong. We set up a mailbox there at the bar, and then if you think of any special idea that can change the world, please write it on a paper and put it in the mailbox, and then you can get you can get a drink at a happy hour price anytime around the clock. Any drink, alcoholic or non-alcoholic for the under 18.
So you may, actually, when we come across, when we talk with this restaurant, they said that, oh, I can't offer happy hour price 24 hours around the clock. And then we keep begging the owner and stuff like that. And then we realize this is our second creative project. It's nothing big, it's nothing that costs a lot of money. But we want to trigger off a lot of great ideas from this second creative project. So to round up, actually Hong Kong is a cultural desert because everyone is having a monotonous life. But this is also the best timing to do something different. And so starting from today, let's enjoy our happy hour. Thank you very much.
Thank you.